Well, hello there. Hey, it's me, Magna. That's right, I have been gone forever. So, quick explanation. I started having a little bit of pain in my legs, so I couldn't really do VR anymore, kind of fell out of favor. Turns out that pain led to physical therapy led to an MRI led to a tumor led to back surgery, and here we are. So, I'm probably not going to be doing VR for a little while, but what I will be doing, at least for the month of December, I'll try to do the Advent of Code each day. For anyone who's not familiar, Advent of Code is simply a bunch of little programming puzzles. Anyone's free to do. You don't have to be a programmer. You can learn how to code if you want. They get increasingly harder over the course of the month, and yeah, that's about it. So I've been developing professionally for about almost 23 years. And most of that time has been spent developing with Java or JavaScript. A little bit of Perl, a little bit of some other languages, C, C++. But what I wanted to do was learn Python. So that's what I'm doing here for my first year of Advent of Code. I will be doing each of these days in Python, so forgive me if you know Python, watch me just stumble through. Also, if there's anything that's wrong on your end, if the music's too loud, can't hear me, I'm mumbling too much, I do that, just let me know, chat. Okay? So, I have not seen Day 6 yet. I've heard that it's not too hard, so let's see how that goes. Also, please let me know if this is too small to read. I will try and adjust the font size. So, up to now, days 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 have all involved elves and their rucksacks and their stacks of supplies and such. So, if you, that's just to give you a little context into this one. So, day 6, tuning trouble. The preparations are finally complete. You and the elves leave camp on foot and begin to make your way toward the Star Fruit Grove. As you move through the dense undergrowth, one of the elves gives you a handheld device. He says that it has many fancy features, but the most important one to set up right now is the communication system. However, because he's heard you have significant experience dealing with signal-based systems, he convinced the other elves that it would be okay to give you their one malfunctioning device. Surely you'll have no problem fixing it. As if inspired by comedic timing, the device emits a few colorful sparks. To be able to communicate with the elves, the device needs to lock onto their signal. The signal is a series of seemingly random characters that the device receives at one time. To fix the communication system, you need to add a subroutine to the device that detects a start of packet marker in the data stream. In the protocol being used by the elves, the start of packet is indicated by a sequence of 4 characters that are all different. The device will send your subroutine data stream buffer your puzzle input. Your subroutine needs to identify the first position where the 4 most recently received characters were all different. Specifically, it needs to report the number of characters from the beginning of the buffer to the end. Excuse me. Of the first such 4 character marker. For example, suppose you receive the following data stream buffer. After the first 3 characters NQJ have been received, there haven't been enough characters received yet to find the marker. The first time a marker could occur is after the 4th character is received. Making the most recent 4th character is MJQJ. Because J is repeated, this isn't a marker. The first time a marker appears is after the 7th character arrives. Once it does, the last 4 characters received are J, P, Q, M, which are all different. In this case, your subroutine should report the value of 7, because the first start of packet marker is complete after 7 characters have been processed. Here are a few more examples. First marker character, is after character 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 repeats, but VWBJ, that's it. So character 5 is the last one. First marker after character 6 of first marker after character 10 of and the first marker after character 11. How many characters need to be processed before the first starter packet marker is detected? Presumably in my input. Alright. I did not look at the input, but it did download it, so let's take a look here. Oh, alright. Control Z, no, but I don't know what I just know. There's a way to grab Alt Z, that was it. Alt Z. Not terribly long input. One big long line with a bunch of characters. Twisted little mazes, all the same. So, anyhow, visitor input looks like we're going to start with a new file. We'll call it elf device .py. And I like to start all of mine with a little comment to remind me in the future what this is, what I was doing. So, day 6, a broken device, fixer-upper. And given a broken elven device, and need to find first 4 character sequence that has no repeated characters in the input stream, and report that final position. For example, input of the output should be 4 because 4th character ends the first occurrence of a unique sequence of characters. Note, this is 1 based, not 0 based. So that I've noticed that in all of the things so far, they've been doing 1 based development, which kind of should drive every developer doing this nuts, because everybody knows software development, you start counting at 0. Always. There's no excuse. Only humans count from 1. So in any case, the other reason I read out this little synopsis is to make sure I understand the problem and I can formulate it in my own words. So let's see. So first thing we're going to have to do, obviously, is read in the file. It's only 1 line long. It could be multiple lines later. But let's just start with file equals open input.text for reading dot. Is that right? I'll call it FH for file handle. I might have to jump back to a previous day, because I do this every day. Yeah, that's right. Read line strip. Okay, good. Back to pi. So we'll get our first line equals fh.readline.strip, because we don't want any trailing characters. And suppose the easiest thing to do would be just keep the easiest thing to do is just keep an array or a string or something. I'm going to do something a little less than easy because what fun would that be if I took the easy route for everything? So I'm going to import, what was it? No. From collections, import DQ. Because I learned with queues, queues are fun. Did queues yesterday. Basically, I'm going to create a queue. I'm only going to let it be a length of 4. If we ever push something else on the queue, I'm going to pop the other thing off the other end. It's not a stack, it's a queue in this case. So code buffer equals new DQ. Sorry, DQ. Is that right? Can I look back at DQ? Yeah, okay. I don't know if there's any arguments. Oh, max length 4. I like that. Alright, that's actually even easier. I was just gonna, every time I check the length, if it was greater than 4, pop one off. But if I can just say you're only 4, and every time I push one on, it's gonna pop the other one off. That's even better. Alright, so we've got our buffer, we've got our file line, and this is driving me nuts. I gotta put it above everything because I've been studying Java too long. Okay. Oh yeah, wrong comment. I keep only the last 4 characters red. So, we're just gonna go loop while, no parentheses, code buffer length, sorry, len code buffer is less than 4, or is unique buffer. Then we're gonna just yes. Just keep an index to position equals 1. Or not is unique. So while our code buffer is not 4 characters yet, or the entire buffer itself is not unique, then we are going to increase the position of the position equals. Actually, you know what? We're going to start with position 4 because that's the earliest it could possibly be. Then we'll just do pos plus equals 1 if that's not the case. And that's basically it. So now we just need to define is unique. Unique takes a buffer of type DQ. And what's the best way to see if we've seen? Throw it into a set. If the set is the same length, then they are all unique. Nice. Set DQ. Test equals set DQ. Return end of test equals 4. Yep, equals 4. That was right the first time. Does it have to be defined ahead? I guess so. Okay. I guess we'll just print. Formatted string determined first. What was it? Marker? What do they call it? Oh shoot! I wanted that one. Okay. Open recently closed files. Yeah, I suppose. Nah. This is just as easy. Let me generate preview again. Alright, what'd they call it? Start a packet marker. Add position. Pause. And that's it. If this is really that easy, I'm gonna be a little surprised, but I don't know. What the heck? Let's just. Oh, I can do this. Run Python file. Did that work? Oh, I fell victim to the most classic development blunder ever. Second most classic development blunder ever. Right after a missing semicolon. I created a loop that tests a buffer and tests another condition. Both of them are false. It increases position, but actually doesn't change anything about the buffer. So, we didn't even start with anything less. Code buffer dot append line at read. Is there a way to read a character? I'm going to jump to my Googles. Python read character. Let's throw it there for a moment. No one really needs to know that, but it's too late. It's on stream. Back to myself. Hey, how you doing, Sai? I don't know. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I should have probably pinged the server. I always think that thing's faster than it is. But in any case, Python read character from string. Geeks for geeks. That one's useful. File read length and return value. Read bytes form of string. Great. File. No, that's. I guess I could do that, but I thought it was said read characters from a string. That's not a file. One letter at a time from what? Stack Overflow's offline for maintenance. Huh. I have never seen this before. That's pretty funny though. Okay, we won't be doing Stack Overflow at this moment. Python educative.io is the one. Oh, oh. Alright, yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. That makes sense. So we started a queue. We're gonna append line from 0 to 3. I believe that's a substring of the first 4 characters. Position will start 4. Check the code buffer, see if it's unique by testing to see if we throw all those characters into a set if they're the same length. Means they're all unique. If they're not unique, the set will shrink them down to 1 character only allowed, and then it's a bit smaller than 4. And then we'll just go through the loop. Each time. Line plus minus 1 because I did it. What's so surprising, Sai? You've already done this. I didn't look at your thing yet. But alright, let's see if we don't run into an infinite loop this time. Blew up though. Stack Overflow. Yeah, I've never seen that myself. Set to queue. Type object is not durable. What? TQ is absolutely durable. Oh, because it's not TQ, it's buffer. Run. There we go. Starter pack return me at 7. Let's just go. We'll throw this into the Coda monitor. See if that's right. I didn't. Oh, it's working. It's thinking. That's not the right answer. Alright. Now, I'm going to debug it. I'm going to see what code buffer is. Print. F. Code buffer is code buffer. Let's run it again. Should have done this the first time, really. Oh my goodness. RNT. Okay, I can't just append the whole line. There's gotta be a way to like characterize, arrayify, append. List. List? Can you list a line? I don't know, we'll find out. Nope. Hashable type list. That's not what I want. Alright, back to not Stack Overflow. Python. String to array of chars. Split, right? I should have just done that. Study tonight. I'm always interested in finding these new resources. Study tonight. Char for char and string. Guess I could do that. List to array. Will that work? It just said it couldn't hash a list. I suppose what I could do for char in line 03. Code buffer append. Do the whole thing in here, right? I think this is valid. Code buffer append. This thing. Char for char, blah. Run. Still came out of it. Just because it's generator. Oh my goodness. Fine. I'll go back to what I was going to do. For char in line 03. 04. I was like, why is it only 3 characters long? I'll just do code buffer append char. We'll be done. Position. Oh, that's much farther along. That looks better to me. So we'll give it another shot. I'm not afraid of being wrong, but we're right. Okay, cool. I'm not afraid of being wrong publicly, recorded for all eternity. Part 2. Okay. Part 2. Copy. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. Close that. Go back to my README. This is day 6. Yeah, okay. Paste it in. As Lex said, I'm just keeping it. All of this is in a GitHub, by the way. I don't know where I would post that exactly, but maybe I'll throw a link in chat at the end. My GitHub, if anyone's curious of how I did this stuff. Yeah, I store all the challenges because I assume the advent of code is going to hang around because I know you can go back to previous years and look at those challenges too. But you know, for me, it's more convenient for the code to be right next to the challenge. So I also am a dork, and I like formatting. So messages, start a market messenger, 14 distinct characters. Messages. Start a marker, start a message marker. 14 distinct characters. That should actually be pretty easy to change. 1923, and then the last question, right? So, did they actually do that again? Yeah, they did it again. This is not coding, this is being anal retentive, yeah, I guess. Ooh. Somehow I accidentally switched my... I must have a hotkey for changing scenes in OBS. But it didn't actually change the scenes, so that's good. Ding 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 ding. That auto update, it did. Awesome. All right, now let's read. Oh, sorry. Apparently my bot got overzealous. Doesn't like 280 character long messages. I don't know, but if you're a person and not another bot, just break it up a little bit. Thanks. Part 2. Your device's communication system is correctly detecting packets, but it still isn't working. It looks like it also needs to look for messages. Start a message marker is just like the start a packet marker, except it consists of 14 distinct characters rather than 4. Here's the first positions of the start of message markers for all the above examples. First message marker. First marker. After 1923, it's how many characters need to be processed before the first start of message marker is detected. Okay, this is actually where I didn't do what I usually do, and that is create samples. See, I can put sample there. I'm going to do that this time. Create a input sample text. We're going to throw some of the samples in just to see if I'm reading it right and I understand what they're asking. All right. Don't need that one, but we do this. Okay, so print f detected, no, determined. Go away. Start of message to be at position message pause. Right, message pause. It has to be at least 14. I'm just going to create a separate buffer, message buffer. I could reuse, probably, to solve the second part. I'm sure a lot of people did. I have a tendency to I want both my parts to work. Hey, Fallen Mystic, how you doing? Yeah, I'm twitching, all right? Especially when I sit too long. But today's not so bad. Thanks for joining the stream. All right. So, what are we doing? We're dequeuing again. Max length equals 14 this time. We will charge up the... Now let's do this like that. 4 char in line. 0 to 14. Message buffer dot append char. Alright. I'm going to change this actually to is SOP. Start a packet unique. Duplicate it. Create is startup message unique. How about that? 14. Oh, that's right. Because I'm usually in VR. I don't use the keyboard, right? And now I'm using the keyboard. I'm like, why? Why does OBS keep switching my preview to different scenes? Because I bound each scene to like a number key. So I don't care if it's switching as long as it's not changing the stream, and that's fine. Hopefully I didn't. Oh, I did. I think I bound the transition to another key. Hang on a second. 1 second. I don't want to transition out of here. So let's make sure I haven't screwed up my key bindings, because that'd be bad. Switch to scene is F3. Okay, as long as I don't hit F3, I'm good. Double check. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Whew. That was scary there for a second. All right. So we're gonna copy this loop also. Like, there's some people who are like, oh, part 2 was so easy, I just changed one number. I'm like, yeah, well done. Good job for you. I'm doing it my way. It's my way or the highway. A message buffer. And massage buffer. And if I was like really coding, see how many times I used 4 and 14? Those would be constants. Honestly, I don't know. Does Python even have the notion of a constant? Python constants. Oh, look at that. Real Python. I know it constant. There you go. Is it literally just capitals? Like capitals, underscores. Zoom in, sign it out there. Python doesn't. Okay. Okay. This is what I was getting at. Python doesn't actually support constants. You can create things that look like constants, and they're like, you should never change this. Don't be changing my constants. But the language doesn't enforce it. So, yeah. Module lover dunder constants. Oh yeah. Double underscore dunder. Love it, yeah. Underscore, underscore, all, underscore, underscore, init, all that other fun stuff. Cool. Back to... wait, you've not created a VR keyboard infinite usage? Well, there are VR keyboards, they're just... I don't know, I have to find a way to do it. Plus, I'm not doing VR right now. Not until my back's a teensy-weensy little bit more healed. I actually took a walk today around the block. It's not a terribly long place to walk. I was feeling it at the end, so I don't think I'm quite yet ready for active VR. We don't want pause though here. This needs to be message pause. Message pause. And run. Oh. Collection DQ has no attribute append. Well, of course, append. It's the cousin to append. Yeah. Index out of range. Mom, bro, what? What did I do? Append line. Position minus equals 1. Make code buffer. What? Am I looking at the right line? Oh. Level 15. How long is... Oh, actually, I want to do input sample, don't I? Some of the samples. I mean, it's still failing on that. So what did I do? What stupid developer mistake have I made this time? So, you can go away. We started with a line. so it works. Multiple lines. That's it. Actually, let me just make sure that works. Alright, well, I mean, it blew up, but whatever. Fix it first. Load buffer. EQ max length 4. Okay. Message buffer max length 14. Oh, crap. I'm reading twice. Can't do that. Alright. Lines. List. Lambda. L. L.strip. Oh, map. Let's strip. Read lines. Well, lines. That's not gonna work. We'll just say, well, not. Why do I keep putting parentheses in Python? Well, not SOP found. And again, I'm making this way harder than it needs to be, but just that's me. Make things harder than they need to be. SOP found is false, capital false. So M found equals capital false. All right. So as long as we haven't found the start of whatever packet, I'm gonna rip all this message stuff out. It's its own loop down here. Wow. Not SOM found. Sorry for all the scrolling. That's the downside of large fonts so people can read. This whole thing goes away. X. Paste. Man, I thought you would be smarter than that. X. Why am I so many lines down? Paste. Line in lines. Do that instead. So it makes more sense, honestly. Lines. And just a real quick explainer, because I'm flying off crazy here in developer land. Like, everybody reads code, and not everybody reads code. What am I doing? Hang on, let me see. Lambda. It likes that. Let me just start from the top. Here, I am using some fanciness. I'm using a lambda to map every line from this file into a new line that has been stripped of its new line ending and trailing white space. That's what lambda does. Basically says, I'm a little tiny function and I'm going to apply this tiny function to every single one of these lines. So map is going to run through every line. It's going to pass that line into this lambda function. The lambda function is going to strip the line and return the value. That's going to get added to a list, and then I end up with a list of lines from the file. The original input file, I believe, is only 1 line long. And it strips it off entirely because it's just a blank line, then it doesn't return that line. I believe. We'll see. Then we got a couple flags here that I found or didn't find the startup packet, startup message. Obviously we didn't find it from the start. And I'm going to have two loops. The first loop is really what we did last time. I'll just rip out, in the process of ripping out all the stuff that has nothing to do with the startup packet. Actually, I want copy, paste, kill that one, kill that one. Alright, now I have two lines. Call this part 1. This is part 2. Alright, so we're going to run through this list of lines one at a time. We're going to create our code buffer. Honestly, that doesn't... yeah, we'll just keep it clean. In that case, there's one line, we'll create a new queue, a new buffer each time. We initialize that buffer with the first 4 characters using this little loop. And we set our initial position for this while loop as the 4th character because we read in 4 characters. Again, I'm using 0-based stuff except for pause because the problem wants a 1-based answer. So this syntax though is a slice of a string in this case. So give me the first character at position 0 up to but not including the 4th character. 5th character, sorry, at position 4. So we get characters 0, 1, 2, and 3, which are the first 4 characters thrown into our code buffer. And we are ready to say that position 4 is the next place. Is that right? Yes, 4 minus 1, because we're subtracting. Sorry. Oh my goodness, it's so confusing. I hate 1-based stuff, if you can't tell. Define a little function, just basically saying, give me the buffer, throw everything in that buffer into a set. If that set is smaller than the size of the buffer is supposed to be, which is 4. Actually, this would be better, equal to on a buffer. That way it doesn't matter how big or small it is. Maybe that's what people did, they just changed that to position 14 or something. In any case, when you finally go into a little loop, we say, hey, as long as the buffer is less than 4, which is kind of pointless because I'm ensuring it's not, so I'm going to get rid of that. So we're just going to say, as long as the code buffer is not unique. Is unique, returns false, therefore this while is true. We're going to increase the position, we're going to append one more character at position -1 because, is that right? Oh, why does that seem wrong? Anyway, we'll check in a second. It just adds 1, but since we put a maximum length on this buffer, if you put a 5th one in, then the first one gets pushed out. That's just the queue with a max length, which makes my life really, really easy. It makes anybody who's writing this in Go, Rhino Peter, life is not so easy. But I think he didn't have a problem with this anyway. So anyhow, yeah. Then we do that. So we're at part 2, we're going to do the exact same thing, except now we're going to create a buffer that's 14 characters long, because that is how many unique characters we need to see before the start of the message. Very arbitrary. But we're just setting it up the same way. Grab the first 14 characters, throw them into a buffer, say positions 14, say we're unique if the length of our test is the same length as the buffer, meaning everything is unique. And then we get rid of this. If it's not unique, increase the message position, append the next character, and loop through again. Is it unique? Yes, no. If we break out of that, we say we're done. Code buffer is blah. Start message position, whatever. Yeah, read it. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start packets of 5. Let's just make sure I'm right about this one. So it was 5, 6, 10, 11 in the example. First part, 5, 6, 10, 11. Okay, that's correct. So the second part is broken. Oh, 19, 23, 22, 29, all that. Oh, why is my brain not working like that before? Index out of range. Okay. My favorite debugging technique, and actually, you know what? I mean, so my favorite debugging technique is quick and dirty, throw a print statement, right? Dump it out to a log, whatever you're using to record. Sometimes that's not as helpful. In this case, I can actually debug this. So I'll put a breakpoint there. I will tell Python to debug. I've already set up the debugger, by the way. So if that's something that would be useful, I could teach it later, I guess. What is my message buffer though? That's 14 characters. Definitely some repeats. Oh, that's right. Actual debugging tools, you'd be surprised at how little I actually use it. Right? And I use them less and less the older I get and the more experience I get with coding, because there are times when debugging tools are very, very helpful, like this. You can inspect the state of stuff. But there are other times when debugging tools slow down critical parts of the code, especially when you're dealing with multi-threaded stuff, that it behaves differently with debugging than if debugging is not running, because it runs faster without debugging. So in that case, the better way to debug is to throw in a bunch of log statements or print statements that are written asynchronously to the code. You just say, hey, write this string whenever you get a chance to this file or whatever, and then you go through and you look at what was written. Maybe a way to sort them, because asynchronous stuff doesn't always necessarily happen in the order that they were executed. But yeah, then I had so many hours lost banging my head against, well, I'm in the debugger and everything's correct, and as soon as I stop and just run it, it blows up. What is going on? So yeah, right now though, it's not that, we're not doing multi-threaded. I have a message buffer. The other thing I'm going to do here is evaluate in the debug console. Message position is 14. Max length is 14. Append. Message position. 14. What? Wait a second. What is line? String message buffer. Whoops. Rubber. That's what I want. I think. That's the same. That's not useful. Yeah, it's frustrating. It suddenly starts working. Has so much problem. Exactly. It's like the Dr. Fix-It syndrome. I just made that up on the fly, by the way. But hey, would you come over here and look at this? And honestly, though, that's a real debugging tool too. You may laugh, but it has many names. I call it rubber ducking. Right? I ask somebody to come and be my rubber duck. But if you don't have somebody nearby, you could take a rubber duck, set it on your desk, or any Baby Yoda, if you got Grogu, right? Anything you want, and then just explain what the code's doing to that person or that object. And as you're explaining it, 9 times out of 10, you'll be like, and then I take the, oh crap, There's my problem. Thank you, RiverDuck. You've been so helpful. So that's a debugging approach too. It's surprisingly useful and can be done by yourself or with other people. Less embarrassing usually by yourself, but usually more effective with other people because they might ask questions about why'd you do this? You know, isn't this going to be the problem? Be like, yes, it is. Thank you very much. Yeah. They may also find you're missing semicolon as you're stepping through the code. But at the moment, I want to know why. How do I turn a string? Python dequeue into string?
I know you understand me.
This
I know you understand.
string. What? I mean, dequeue could be anything. If we're to dequeue is, yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's what I want. Join. Of course. Of course. Had to be simple. Join. Join. Message buffer. Lang of join message buffer. Oh, sorry, not message buffer line actually. Oh, yeah, that's right. Length of message buffer, length of line. Okay, all right. So I should be able to read more. What am I doing? Why can't I see this? I am not well. There's a notion of backseating, I guess, on Twitch and coding. If you know, people telling you the answer or telling you what you need to do, I am welcome to suggestions on how to do what I'm doing. I'd rather you didn't tell me how to do it. Like this is the solution. Copy paste. That would be annoying, and my bot would probably catch you and be like, "That's too long. You're muted for 2 minutes or whatever." So. We have a length 14 string. Makes sense. Message position. What is message position? $14. All right. Let's step over this then. It's not unique. Right. I don't care about all this stuff. Code buffer. Code buffer. Oh, wait. Oh, it's code buffer. That's fine. That shouldn't be changing though. Oh, did I do something stupid? I did. Message buffer. Wait, why is code buffer changing? Oh, it's SOP unique, not SOM. That's okay. I think I found the culprit. Let's try this again. Whoa. Well, that's something different. We're gonna hide this. Index string out of range. Well, it's not different actually. Code buffers dequeue. See, everyone's like, "Oh, it's so easy. It took me 5 minutes." I'm like, yeah. Well, not when you make it hard on yourself. Because we've been going at it for what? Almost an hour now. That's just sad. When I have a show for 23. I mean, the thing is, it's not like I don't. My lack of Python knowledge is killing me here. It's really probably my lack of overthinking, or not lack of, my overthinking is killing me here. I'm doing things harder than they really need to be, and it's killing me. Killing me, Smalls. Buffer dequeue. Set buffer test, length test, length buffer. Not unique message buffer, message position. Let's get back to figuring out why this is not working. So it's I mean, it's complaining it's an out of range message. Maybe I should break there. What is run? F5? Do F5. And what I care about is message buffer 14, and I care about message pause. Where's message pause? 18. Wait. How did message pause get to be 18? This is not going to change. No line. Line is what I care about. Line. Line. 30. So we should be okay for a bit, I guess. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. See, this isn't changing. That's the problem. Message buffer's not changing. This one's changing. The wrong one is changing. Because it says code buffer, message buffer. And I'm an idiot. See? Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make coding so much fun. Rubber Ducky, I'm gonna run now with you. Look at that. Lucky. When you use the right stuff, it works. Alright, so let's just sanity check our thing here. Stop it actually. Run that again. There you go, better. Input sample. No, readme. Readme said 5, 6, 10, 11. Oh, sorry. 7. 5, 6, 10, 11. And then 19, 22, 23, 29, 26, 19, 23, 23, 29, 26. Okay, let's just change this to run with the full input. We will submit our number. Matter of fact, I'm going to. Where is my all my? We don't need that. I need that. 38, 37. Copy. Go to advent code. Paste and gold star. That's 2 gold stars. All right. Wow. So, oh man, I'll probably edit this video and put it up on my YouTube channel, which is linked in my thing, because there's that long 15-minute pause before the 2 minutes it took me afterward to solve the problem. Oh well, sorry about that. We'll try and do better in the future. All right, cool. Tomorrow I will tackle 7. But I think it's running a little late here. It's maybe running a little late for some of you, and I'm gonna have to make dinner because I do that. So let me know if you liked it. It was useful, except for the big pause. Nobody likes a big pause in the stream. Unless what I probably should have done is like thrown up some YouTube videos of funny cats or something. That would have been, put on a never-ending loop of funny cat videos. But puppies, yeah, there you go. Big paws. I'm curious what the image is going to be. So every day you solve it, you get a little more piece of the image, and it ends up being something. Right now, this looks like water, maybe some mountains or a forest, or I don't know what this is going to be. It's not a tree, that's for sure. And I've got 12 stars to my name, so I've been able to do both problems each day. But we are not even close to there. Slowly getting revealed yesterday. Oh yeah, I only noticed that because I had gone back to the older ones, and or somewhere, maybe it was on the Reddit thread that showed the images. And the very first one I think was a Christmas tree, and then after that it was like a printed circuit board, and then after that it just started getting fancier and fancier into ASCII art. So this is the fanciest ASCII art yet because it's in color, as far as I know. The other ones weren't. But, okay. That would be it for my stream today. So I do appreciate hanging out, chatting with me. Makes it a little more fun. And try again tomorrow. I'm thinking, I started at 3 o'clock Eastern US time. It's probably when I'll do it tomorrow too. So, hey, howdy sleeper. Just missed me completing the code, but I did unlock this. The whole stream will be recorded. And you can skip the last 20 minutes. Oh, make this robot faces. I don't know. And they don't, like, Twitch is weird, tangent on the emotes. Like, there's Kappa. Case sensitive? Kappa? Yeah. The case sensitive, first of all, which is annoying. Secondly, like, I don't really know what most of them mean. Like, I click on the little thing, look at the emotes, emojis. Oh wait, what is it? Emotes, rather. Twitch, and I have no idea. No clue what half of them mean, and they're like people's names and things. So it's part of Twitch culture, I guess. I'm just I'm not cool. Well, I knew that, but all right. Well, I've been told that day 7 was not as easy as this one, and that doesn't bode well for me because this one took me an hour to do, and it probably should have taken me 15-20 minutes to do. But we had fun getting there, and we'll have fun next time. Again, thanks for watching, and I will maybe catch you tomorrow around 3 o'clock my time. So take it easy, and we'll see you later.